So when you look at a company, what types of companies excite you the most? But even before that, what does that company need to have by the time they come to you with a formal, pitch?
To date, we've never invested in a company that has one founder. Um, that's that's not a sustainable business model as an investor. You need to have a team. I tell founders all the time, it is okay to own 50% of something versus 100% of nothing. I think that we need to practice more on the collaborative effort. And if you know that there are people trying to solve the same problems as your business model, you might be able to find some great co-founders. So that is definitely one thing we look for, is a team that has some great co-founders and some great growth possibility from an expert perspective in their particular industry. We also look at their presentation, their deck. We take a long look at the individuals as the co-founders. We get in seed stage, so it's so early. The business model is going to evolve a million times. So what I'm betting on is actually the founders. So for us and for Rain Ventures, it's definitely about the founders. So if I'm on your Instagram and I see every night you're partying, I'm not investing in you. I'm just being honest.
Now that totally makes sense, and that's not only for you. That's across the board. One of the first questions an investor is going to ask you, who's on the team? What does the team look like? And when you just say, I am the team, there's not a lot that can be leveraged there because no one person can know everything. So, I think, not to big up myself, but I've done a really good job at going to get other very, very smart people to work with me, who have done it before, in major ways, have raised, I think, amongst my team, I think other people have raised over $130 million. So, I went out and I wanted to get the best type of talent that I could possibly attract, to help me on this journey because they're going to help me navigate potholes that I probably would have hit but won't hit because I had their prior experiences. So, I think that's extremely important.
And also, when Travis came to me to invest, the problem he was trying to solve came from the industry that his professional career was in. So he had so much knowledge on the inside of what was happening. And that was one of the most intriguing aspects as an investor is that, okay, one of the co-founders is actually in this industry and knows what the real problems are.
Yeah, absolutely. So, what are some of the mistakes that you've seen founders make early? And that could be in regards to, the team that they put together. That could be in regards to, the problem or the company or the structure of the company. And that could also be in the way that they've kind of navigated what the steps that they're taking to get where they want to be. But just overall, what are the mistakes that you've seen early?
So some of the mistakes that I've seen early, is A, trying to fundraise and you don't have a business model, right? I think there's this huge, push for fundraising and VC in Silicon Valley. The reality is you need a business model that exists without being able to raise money. Can you start a business that has a business model that where you can take that money and reinvest it back into the business? Because just like I'm putting skin in the game, I want to know, are you willing to put skin in your game? Do you believe in what you're doing? So I've seen that a lot. I've also seen a lot, someone only having an idea and not being able to articulate who they are, what the problem is, and what the solution is. That's really, really important. That's like the basic for the business, the foundation of the business model. Also, I've had people come to me to meet with me and look like they literally just came out of bed. I'm not okay with that. You shouldn't be okay with that. You are the walking representation of yourself, your business, your team, what you're out here trying to change. Excuse me. Some of the other mistakes is definitely I have met with founders who raised $500 to $1 million and they had nothing left, and they had no business model, and they're now in debt to people. And so they're basically trying to fundraise to get out of debt. And that's scary. That's why I would tell founders so early, dig deep, find that difference so that you can create the financial model. That's really important. But also understand market opportunity and your market research. Know your research in the industry that you're trying to impact.
Yeah, it's perfect.